the dark man has come to scare you, my girl. Can't say whether he comes from this world, so you tell yourself that he's just a smoke swirl that only works for a while. For he's made of things too deep and too wild, and you can't turn him back with the mind of a child. Well, sure, his intentions are ugly and vile, though you don't know just what they are.
Everybody!
Here we are.
We're coming to you from the past.
From the
past.
From the past. Oh, sad Shauna. Tried so hard. She tried so hard, but it's okay. It's okay. Wednesday is a lucky night, right? Right. It is. Sure.
I
Okay,
hope.
sure. Well, and it means that nobody's there to witness all of your grisly deaths. So that's a great thing.
Oh, shit.
Not like we haven't expected this for many, many sessions.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
This
But
is
this is
true.
also Steel, Storm, and Tempest. Episode 19.
Da-da-da.
All
And
right.
because it got missed before, I want to do another shout out again to our
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
for our lovely shirts that say Fae Blood.
Fae Blood, because
Blood.
that's what this is. This is the Fae Blood campaign.
It's
So
an
if you want to
awesome
be
shirt.
Fae Blood like us, you can go to Dork Zombies it says Instagram.
It's on their Instagram.
on their
And you
Instagram,
can
yeah.
find the link in the link tree on their Instagram.
Woo! And order one for yourself.
I have yet to do so, but I'm going to.
You should, because they're actually really quite cool.
And comfortable.
Makes me feel like a
They
rock
are.
star.
They are really comfy.
They are.
Yeah.
It's actually a very soft material. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah.
Don't mind us just feeling ourselves up just before the game. Let's get going, everybody.
Get you all
Woohoo!
excited.
Didn't think it was that kind of a show, but all right.
No, when we're not live.
Sex sells, man.
Yeah. No, that's why we have.
I'm here for it.
What was the end of that sentence there, Tanya?
Oh, never mind.
And
why we
there's
have
Alex just looking all calm, cool,
That's
and
why we have
collected.
what?
Yeah, we're all sitting there
Tanya.
going, yeah, go on.
That's why we have
This
all
is one
of
of
us.
those. That's one of those rare moments when my brain
So
of wisdom
that's why he has the
has
stash.
stopped my brain
Yeah.
of
The
nonsense
porno stash.
before it came out. All right. Now, to catch everybody up on our last episode of Steel, Storm, and Tempest, the Fae Blood campaign, the party had just encountered, they're in Verdantis, the land of the forest Fae, and also land of many fairy tales, because, most fairy tales, for some reason, seem to happen in a forest. And they had to get into a tower, but the tower has a thing that requires 5 keys and a very cryptic poem that lets them know what kind of keys and in what order they need to go in. So our intrepid party has been out looking for that, and what they've run across initially, Red, our fairy, saw a little flash of red going through the forest and followed it, and it turns out that it happened to be a young lady wearing a red cloak and hood, going to visit her grandma. Dun, dun, dun.
We are in storybook land.
Yes, we are in storybook land, exactly.
I
And
really hope we find Shrek.
and they ended up having to, fight the wolf. And Red has come outside as she heard the rest of the party coming up looking for her, to kind of bar the door and let Red Riding Hood have a moment to cut her mother out of the belly of the wolf after hearing voices. So, and that is where we start today's game.
As we all burst in and someone's cutting open.
Yeah.
Oh God.
A little girl, no less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coffee isn't going to fix that.
I just
No.
you just fairy swoosh right in front of all of you and just like, hold on. We got Little Red Riding Hood. She's got to cut a granny out of the wolf. Everything's cool. Everything's great. Just, give her a second.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is she enjoying this?
Probably.
Well, roll
have
me.
you seen Into the Woods?
Good point. Good point. Very good point.
Everybody, roll me a perception check.
Into the woods. Into the woods.
17.
That's a 9.
Ooh,
16.
Okay.
I got a
My back
26.
is
Wait,
too
is it
little
mine?
red.
Okay.
26.
All right. Everybody who rolled over a 13,
23.
which is all of you.
Nope.
You can
I was
hear
a
it coming.
9.
Oh, okay. Well, but you know what's happening. You don't have to hear
And
it.
you're
In
facing
fact, I'll bet you that the reason that you don't hear it, Red, is because you're going like, as soon as it starts, you go like this.
Yeah.
But what all the rest of you hear is like, gosh, gosh. Oh, this is gross. And then there's sounds of retching, like somebody just threw up. And then there's more like sounds of cutting flesh. And then finally you hear, oh, thank God, I thought I was going to die.
Pretty grim, am I right?
That joke can work in 2 ways.
Can we give you de-inspiration?
I visibly facepalm also in game.
Okay.
Oh, come on. When am I
Oh,
ever going
boy.
to get to say that again?
It's true. I mean, I can't blame you for taking the shot.
Taking
there.
the
Yeah.
shot. Yep.
No blame, no shame. No pun shame here.
That's
Okay, that was supremely gross. However, I will ask if anyone needs healing because
Probably Granny.
kind of what I do.
We'll assume Granny.
As I
That's a
recall,
good question.
I mean, we weren't here to see it, but I
Yeah,
could, you know,
I'm a little hurt.
Are
yeah.
you hurt?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, she fought the wolf.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I just came in here and didn't really see anything.
It's okay. I don't really.
I
talk
heard a
about
lot. Ugh.
Yeah. And then you're hearing like squishing sounds like somebody's climbing out of jello.
Oh, okay.
my God,
you
gross.
guys seem to have this handled. I'm just gonna stand guard and I'm just gonna walk outside.
Yes, back on the menu.
I'm
Boys.
gonna.
How wounded is Red?
I'm 36 out of 56, or 32 out of 56.
Okay. I am going to then use a first level cure wounds. And we'll see what we get. Okay. You get 11 back.
Thanks, man.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, what else do you guys do? The things are quieting down and you hear light murmuring inside now from a little girl and an older voice.
Could I just knock on the corner of the lintel there or something and sort of like ask them really quickly if Granny needs some bandages?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt, but I wonder if there are injuries here that I could perhaps fix.
Why, yes, there is. Where were you guys when I needed help? All I had was my lovely granddaughter. I'm going to make sure that she gets everything I have one day. That's what you hear.
We
from inside.
didn't know
Yeah,
that you were in trouble until just now. However, let me give you a hand. and
And the little voice pipes in, Grandma, I told you that there was a fairy. Fairies don't do that kind of thing.
Not anymore. Listen, a bitch is going to be ungrateful.
and then, but Red's like, no, I swear this one's different. She did. She's like, well then, that's just odd. Where is she now? You hear this all going on inside. I mean, come on, give the lady some slack. She was just swallowed by a wolf.
I'm not saying anything. How injured is she?
As you come in, you see Granny sitting on the floor,
Mhm.
and she doesn't look injured so much as burned, stomach acid burn
Interesting.
all over
Okay.
her
Yes.
exposed flesh. So
Okay.
everything's red. Her eyes are kind of half closed and
Okay.
swollen.
I'm going to give her another cure wounds, and
Okay.
that I will go up to her and sort of like gently touch her shoulder, and she will get 10 points back.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Okay, I've got to do something. I'm going to grab the big bad wolf and take it outside so
Okay.
I can field dress it.
Okay, you pull the wolf. You have never seen a wolf this big. It's a big wolf. Now it doesn't look like what you would think would be a dire wolf. It's
Mhm.
not like that. You've seen dire wolves and stuff. This is just, it's a wolf that's really big. And so you get it up and you drag it outside. What's your strength? I know you're
18.
18. Yeah, that's easy. I'm not gonna have you roll. You managed to get it outside. Granny looks at you, Lena, and it's like, now as the burns begin fading and her eyes start to open a little more, and she's like, what's a dryad doing in my house? But thank you so much. I was so scared. It was terrible. And she starts crying. The little old lady crying.
I'm gonna just go and sit on Little Red's shoulder.
And Little Red looks at you and goes, there you are. Granny, this is the one. This is the one. She had fire. And Granny looks at you and said, you had fire?
I usually do. Also, I have a suggestion. You got a whole wolf pelt there. Maybe make a new cape.
Little Red is like, Granny says, well, it saves buying school clothes.
Makes
And
some nice
Red's
shoes
like,
too.
yeah. Red says, Granny, fire. Remember that thing about fire? And Granny's like, oh yeah, fire to fire. That's the magic. You're gonna help us. You're gonna help us even more. I just know it. I learn. She starts talking to the air. God only knows what Granny's been doing. I
Magic
know
mushrooms.
what to do, and I'm gonna do it. And she gets up creakily and you know, dementia, who knows? You know, nobody ever talked about this in the fairy tale. And she's you know, limps herself over to the mantle, and she pulls down a candlestick. It's actually really quite cute. It looks like an acorn with a leaf underneath it, and it's clear where you put the candle. It has the stem of the leaf is where you would hold it. And she turns around and she comes back up to you, Red, where you're sitting on Red's shoulder. And she says, I don't know if you can carry this, but it says fire to fire, flame to flame. That's what it says. And I always listen when there's a prophecy. So here you go. And she tries to hand you the candle. This candlestick holder is as big as you are. So it's more like you could sit in it as opposed to hold it.
Maybe I could help.
Yeah.
I'll hold this for her if that's okay.
All right.
Great.
But it's
Okay.
hers. It's hers. You go take it away.
Totally, it's hers. I'm not taking it. I'm just holding it for her.
All right.
In the meantime, since you said you listen to prophecies, I've heard of any other ones that we might need to know.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I heard that somebody was supposed to get hammered with dwarves.
Huh.
Hammered.
So wait, no, go back and explain, like, how is that a prophecy?
You know, talk to the prophets. I don't know. We were just told when we were handed this that was what the instructions were, fire to fire. And since, I mean, this is for Dantis, nobody uses fire here.
Why not?
Really?
Because it's a forest.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, you tell the green man that you're using fire. We'll see how far that'll get you.
Yeah, probably not a good idea here.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah. But real quick, you mentioned to go talk to the prophets. Where could we find them?
Oh, it was that dude in the guy in the tower.
Oh.
I think his name was Hyjur or something.
Hitterel?
He came by. Yeah, we were
Hyderel?
pretty scared of him because he was actually, and then she kind of glances around at each of you and goes, wait a second.
We're not like him, but we are like him, but we're not.
You're what they
Evil.
call the Fae Blood, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think it's best you be moving on right now, honey. And she turns to Red. I think I'm going to sleep at your house tonight, if that's okay. And Red's going to sit, so it's fine, Granny. And she stands up, and they're like, here, let's go. We're going to go out. And then Red, with her sassy little self, she turns to you, Red. And she says,
You got it, dude.
mm-hmm. And they leave. And they manage to take the pelt with them as they stop on the way, and they leave you.
It's not quite okay. Fine.
And leave
Just
you
keep this
all
part
everybody
coming.
but Malhavoc standing in the now empty cabin.
I was standing outside the cabin. I was like right outside the door.
Okay,
So, yeah,
I'm gonna
Godfrey
go
and Malhavoc.
outside.
Also, did I perceive anything while standing outside?
Roll me a perception check.
We got the candlestick.
I didn't perceive nothing. I rolled a 9.
Okay. Nope, you're just really grossed out by what's happening in there. You're kind of listening, eavesdropping on the conversation. So you're not really paying attention out here so much right now.
I was really grossed out. There was just a lot of people in there, and I was like, I don't need to be.
Can I search the cabin like a dick?
Absolutely. I
Sweet.
mean, they left you there.
They did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
They're also quite
Okay.
ungrateful. No.
Hey, they gave you their best thing.
Would that be investigation or perception?
If you're searching, it's investigation.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. All right. As you search through, you find mostly there's some herbs. It's a very humble kind of place,
Nice.
very rural. There's
It's cute.
a cute little pot, near the stove where it's clear that they cooked their soup. God only knows what the wolf was going to do with that. There's food. There's some bread that actually, when you get up there, was probably just made this morning, and it smells really nice. There's not really anything of value that you would
That's
normally consider. There's no gems, there's no gold, there's none of that stuff, but there is food, there's herbs. There is a hatchet outside that seems to be pretty sturdy. And on the inside, there's a cooking knife and knitting needles.
Ooh. Hey, Red.
Yeah.
There's knitting needles. I don't know if you need those.
What size are they?
They might be too big for you, but if the next time you're human and then if you have them on you, they may shrink with you.
Interesting. Oh man, I don't know if I can bring myself to steal knitting needles from little old ladies.
Yeah.
As someone who just went to a knitting convention this weekend, I don't think I can bring myself to do that.
You're like,
Well, and you are playing yourself, so
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with no. But hey, next time I'm home, I'm just gonna pocket a couple and
Yeah. So you never know when they might come in handy.
Speaking
we-
of handy, and I come in with 2 wolf haunches.
Okay. In fact, Malhavoc, while you're out there, roll me a perception check for you.
I would be happy to. Oh. Okay, that's a 26.
Okay. As you're coming in and you're like, hey guys, you're distracted a little bit as you hear kind of in the distance once again, hi ho, hi ho. It's not exactly like the Disney one, but it's kind of got some similarities.
I think I hear
Hi-ho.
Sleepy and
Off to
Doc out
work.
there.
Oh God, dwarves.
Yeah.
I like dwarves. So somebody has to get hammered with dwarves. I wonder if that means you have to outdrink the dwarves or if you have to literally use a hammer.
Where's Rob when you need him?
right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Dwarves are very upsetting.
Well, it is no sicker than your thing with dwarves, so
What do you have against dwarves?
they're
I'm
very
sorry.
upsetting.
Oh,
You haven't seen it. It's okay.
You haven't seen Into the Woods?
We'll show you someday.
Dwarves are very upsetting.
Upsetting.
Oh.
Not forgetting the tusks of
Tasks
unachievable,
unachievable,
mountains
mountains
unscalable,
unscalable,
if it's
if
a Oh,
see, and now our audience is not just getting a game,
They're
they're getting a
literal show.
musical.
You've all seen this way too many times.
Oh,
No.
yes.
Show.
Because it is brilliant. You will love it when
best
we make
musical
you
ever
see
written.
it.
I mean, I've seen it.
And
I
the stage
just-
production, not the movie.
The movie is awful.
Bernadette Peters. All right.
Yeah, the
Okay,
same,
yes.
which we
Bernadette
have
Peters.
on DVD,
Oh my
the
God.
Bernadette Peters version.
Yes, the live Broadway version.
Watch
Mhm.
that.
Ah, so
Mhm.
great.
Okay.
But
Hi,
yes, I hear
everybody.
dwarves.
I haven't seen it all that often either, Alex. So yeah, you're not the only one. It's okay.
It's okay. I've seen enough other things that many times, so it's just we all have our stuff.
Yes.
We all have
We
our
do.
we all have our
We do.
stick.
Yep, yes, we do.
So do we want to go chase the dwarves, or do you want to cook this? I don't.
Can we do both?
Let's
Maybe
do
we
the
can.
dwarves. Like if we're
actually-
hearing them now, we should just go find them.
I
Maybe
vote
the
we go find
dwarves are
them.
hungry.
Yeah, and that. So we will find
Barter.
them,
Oh,
and we
Trade.
have meat to offer them.
Okay,
Sure.
let me tie this up, and I will carry it.
do I have anything that can help you? No, I don't.
I just
Sorry.
need a little bit of rope or twine, and I can
Let's see. Let's see.
do it real quick.
Let me see.
So
I
my
have-
question is, have any of you ever actually had wolf?
No.
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 I've had dog,
The game.
No.
and I didn't know what it was. And yes, it's very, very gamey.
Oh.
Okay, I do have rope.
Okay.
This is like
So
a
I
myth,
will-
this is like
you
a
can use my rope.
mystical wolf, so like
Yeah.
it might taste better.
It might.
Maybe. I guess we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna pass, thanks.
That's all right.
When it comes to food, I'll try anything once.
I'll carry this. Does somebody want to carry these haunches?
I volunteers no.
Grab the bread, somebody. That smells
grab
really
it.
good.
I'll grab the haunches.
I'll grab the bread and I'm gonna write them a little note apologizing for taking it, but then also thanking them for the bread.
Everybody roll me a perception check, except Chris.
21.
7.
17. I'm very happy I have a good perception. of it.
11.
Okay, Alex and Shauna, you get the feeling that Malhavik is hungry.
I can understand that. I'm feeling a little hungry too myself. So, yeah. Okay. Grab the bread. Here, Malhavik, have a piece of this bread to tide you over.
And he'll just rip a piece off
Yeah.
with claws.
When you weigh as much as an entire cathedral, just about, you get hungry fast, I guess.
I would imagine so.
He weighs as much as an entire cathedral.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a GM. I can exaggerate.
I'm heavy, but I'm not heavy.
Oh.
Come on now.
And from another D&D campaign, I can tell you that
Right.
bread masks the taste of blood.
That's true.
Fascinating.
Just so you know. In case you
Interesting.
wanted to take a bite of that.
skills gotten through
Yeah.
D&D.
Good to
There we
know.
go.
Didn't
Just
expect that.
So bite of raw wolf bread.
If you're really hungry. I
If you're
mean,
really hungry.
you know.
Maybe don't eat
Guys,
it
we
raw.
should really go. Like we're gonna lose the dwarves if we don't get going.
We should
Yeah,
really get moving.
I'm not gonna have wolf tartare. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
I mean, to
I'm
be
not
fair, this is
judging, buddy.
probably the-
Not.
Stress
So
Okay.
convincing and chatting, you guys are heading out. Is that what I'm
Yeah.
getting here?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And
Towards
you're
the
heading
wolf.
out.
I'm gonna fly ahead and kind of scout, but I'm not gonna go too far. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
be stealthy about it.
Okay, roll me a stealth
Wish me
check.
luck. Okay. Come on, trying to be stealthy.
Hi-ho.
Stealth is sweet. That's 22.
All right. Yes, Tempest goes up into the air, and then it's like you lose her amongst the trees. You're not really sure how that happened.
I've
But she was
been
just right there.
practicing.
I wasn't
she is
paying
just gone.
attention.
As you're moving forward,
That
Towards
works
the voices.
too.
and as you approach, getting louder on the wind, you see her hi ho, another one said, "I God, I hate that song." And another
There's
voice is
Grumpy.
going, "Yeah, well, it's dinner. Let's get home for dinner. It's such a good walking song, makes us go faster." It's like, dinner. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not the one cooking. I think I think he's the one cooking. What's for dinner tonight? Hey, Shorty. You hear a very grumpy voice say, you're for dinner tonight. And
Hey.
several of them bust up laughing. The other one's like, I hope you don't mean that.
I'm gonna
As you're getting
say
closer,
okay.
are the rest of you trying to be stealthy? Or are you just walking right up to them?
I'm not trying to be.
Wait, are
Yeah,
we looking? Wait, can we see
I'm
them
a
yet?
tree.
Yeah, the 3 of you really can't be.
No.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
mean-
stealth happening here.
If I weren't carrying the carcass of the big bad wolf, maybe. But
Like I'm a giant minotaur in armor. No.
But you know, the 3 of us could hang back and let the others approach first, maybe? If you guys want to.
The others, one is a fairy, so I could just go flying up into someone's face like, what up? The other one stealthed ahead, so is already in stealth mode.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
They're dwarves. I'm just gonna like. So am I in like sight of them?
Not yet.
Okay.
First, we're going to go to Shauna because Shauna, you get to him first. But you guys are hearing this louder and louder through the trees. You're still in forest.
They're probably not being quiet at all. So
No, they're not being quiet. Well, and the dwarves aren't being quiet either. So, and they rolled a 2 on their perception check, so they don't hear you either. So as you fly up, you see that at this point the trees clear a little bit, and it's not a road, but there's definitely a path going through the forest right here. And on it, there are indeed 6 dwarves.
I'm gonna count them twice to make sure I'm not miscounting, and then
Mhm.
try and see if I can find the 7th one.
Okay. Yeah, there is not a 7th dwarf here. It could be up ahead. He could be behind. Maybe there's not 7. Maybe the fairy tale was wrong. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? But there are
Okay.
6 dwarves right here.
Okay, I hear them talking about food and being hungry, and I'm going to trying to keep myself stealthy like, so attempting to throw my voice, even though I have no idea how to actually do that. Be like, hey, if you guys want, we can help you. We killed a wolf and we can cook it together. That'd be cool. There's some bread too.
Okay. Roll me a performance check and
Holy
with
shit, please work.
disadvantage because you
Yeah.
don't know how to do it.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What do I add to this? 14.
Woo! No, you don't manage to throw your voice. Instead,
Ah,
they
damn.
all turn and they look right at you because you were talking, and so that kind of broke you out of your
But I'm
stealth.
still kind of behind a tree, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Just
So
like,
you've got
"Hey guys, we got
cover.
this."
I'll be like, don't hurt me.
You've got cover, but they do notice you.
Don't
and
hurt
they
me.
both all turn and look at you. And before I describe what they look like, I'm going to go back to the other party because everybody else roll me a perception check.
That's an 8. So far in
22.
perception, I've gotten a 9, a 7, and an 8.
22.
Red is very involved in
Nice.
remembering what just happened, I think.
A lot just
Okay.
happened.
So 22, what was yours, Chris?
22.
22. What was yours, Alex?
13.
13. Okay, so Lina and Malhavoc, you hear a "Sst, sst."
I turn towards it.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay,
there?
with 22s, you can kind of barely see in the trees another old woman, but this woman looks very different than the last woman.
Hello?
She's older, but she's wearing, the best you can see, like a glint of like satin or something. And even for an aging woman, much like myself, she's actually quite good looking. She's like, "Sst, sst, don't go to the dwarves. If you value your life, don't go to the dwarves
Why?
Well, shit.
because they're evil."
Really?
And she turns and she looks around, make sure that nobody sees her maybe or something. It's clear her body language is kind of nervous, and you do get just a little glint of something on her head. Yes, Red?
At what point do I notice her?
When they turn to and say, why not? Then you realize, oh, they saw something, and you turn and look. And that's
Okay.
when you see her.
I would like to fly right up to her
Okay. You fly right up to her.
and just kind of hover and look at her and just.
She
What's your
looks
name?
back at you and she says,
What's your name?
I am Her Highness, Queen Valerie.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Did they ever call you anything else?
No, they've only ever called me Her Highness Queen Valerie.
Then why are you in the woods?
Because the dwarves are evil. They're trying to overthrow my kingdom. They're trying to destroy everything and kill everyone. Cultists. That's what they are, cultists.
Cultists.
You'll notice that she is wearing a circlet with her
Oh.
fine clothing.
Yeah, last time we dealt with a highness of something saying somebody else was the baddie. They happened to be the baddie. So forgive us for not immediately believing you when our fairy tales have told us quite the opposite.
You can do what you want. I'm just trying to warn you and save your lives.
So if they're trying to overthrow you, why, how and why? I still don't quite understand why you're in the forest and not, protected by soldiers in perhaps a tower,
Because
castle.
they have taken something very valuable of mine.
What did
They're
they
trying
take?
to get it back. You'll laugh, so I'm not going to tell you yet. But
Oh, believe me, we've heard lots.
it is my mirror.
Oh,
It is
Mirror.
my dearest friend.
yeah. Okay. Well,
Right.
why don't you?
The kindest spirit you'll ever find.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you hang out here and we'll go deal
We'll
with the
get it.
evil dwarves and we'll try and get your mirror
You
back.
would do that for me?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I would give you half my kingdom for that mirror back.
Sure. Is there
Everybody roll me an insight? Well, those
Except for
who
me.
are inclined,
I'm still.
those who are
yeah.
inclined
I
can roll
rolled
me an
really low
insight.
on my perception. I'm pretty sure I'm still walking towards the dwarves.
I know nothing.
I'm a dirty 20.
21.
Insight? I mean, less, it's 10, but it could have been a lot worse had I not had such a high insight.
Uh-huh.
However, I didn't roll very well.
Okay, so Havoc and Red. You're not. It seems like she's telling the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm still skeptical.
no.
Mhm.
But like me, Ellie, playing myself is straight up just gonna be like, nah, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest bitch of all? Like, this is not.
Yeah, like if we were actually like high five, yeah. Right.
But I'm completely serious to her. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna go find that mirror.
Oh yeah.
So, in response to her, I would say, just real quick, is there anything important about this mirror that we should know?
Oh
In
yes,
order-
it's the receptacle for a spirit.
Yeah,
Much
right,
like
right.
much like lamps and lanterns and various things, this mirror has a very, very kind spirit in it.
Cool. Do we
Okay.
activate said spirit in some way to get it to trust us?
No, it will be able to determine if you are good or if you're evil, and that will be up to you.
And how did the dwarves get this mirror?
They broke into my castle at the behest of her.
Her.
They slaughtered half my staff and took it out over their bodies.
Who's her?
You're right. Just side eye, side eye.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly right.
I take it that you are new to this place and you have not heard the poem.
We have not.
Which poem?
It's a poem that claims I said something and I never did. Skin white as snow, lips red as blood, hair black as ebony, heart black as ebony. It was really more like it. Her hair is really kind of a brown. It's very mousy.
Okay.
So you're saying that she got mad because you said her hair was mousy brown, not black as ebony?
Oh, no. She's the head of their cult.
Oh.
Can you tell us about this cult?
It's.
I mean, we're going to go in there. I want to know what we're facing, what we're going to be
Have
dealing
you
with.
heard of the Destroyer?
No.
It is a cult of the Destroyer. And that is really their goal, is just to destroy. To create harm and pain and sorrow. And they do it very well.
Uh-huh.
And she is the head of this cult.
She is, or she was.
She was. What happened to her?
Been fighting this cult for a long time. And I found I could not get close enough to her with all of the guards and their weapons and their magic, her magic. And so I was sneaky. And I planted poisoned apples around. I was hoping they would all eat them, but really it was only her. Couldn't kill her. Her magic was too strong.
So it didn't kill her, but she's, what, in a coma, asleep?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get close enough to find out. I just know that they seem to be less directed than they were before.
All right. Anything else you want to prepare us for before we go do this thing?
The dwarves, there are 7. And you want to watch out for the smallest one.
The smallest one?
Yes. Draga.
Why?
Draga.
Because he is their leader. You'll see when you come to him exactly what I mean.
Okay.
He bears an axe of great power that he has used on many, many innocent people. The others bear hammers of power, but not great, but enough. Most of the residents here are not powerful beings. She straightens her crown a little bit. Now, I've warned you to stay away from them. I've offered you a reward if you choose not to. You will be able to find me at the blue tower on the horizon if you survive this.
The blue tower.
My word is my bond. And then she curtsies gracefully to you, brushes her silver hair back off of her face, and turns and slips into the forest.
So
Quite deftly.
I'm gonna go find Shauna.
Okay, Shauna, we're going to go back to you right now. And I'm going to describe what you see.
I'm somewhere in the middle of the two of everybody.
Yep.
Just wandering aimlessly through the forest.
Well, and actually, Alex, since you kept walking, you're probably getting, since Shauna stopped and whispered while you guys have been having that conversation, you're probably getting close. So you may hear some of this. But Shauna, what you see is 6 dwarves.
Okay.
These are not Disney dwarves.
Yes.
I mean, this is a Fae world. Fae are wild things, creatures
Mhm.
of good and evil and neutral and magic and blood and all kinds of things. These dwarves, they are definitely dressed like miners. They're definitely wearing armor and carrying hammers by their side.
Miners, not miners.
Yeah, I have
Sorry.
a couple of them have pickaxes on their back. Another couple have bags, kind of bulging bags of what looks like chunks of rock or something in there on their backs. But their faces,
Mhm.
they're wearing almost like a tribal war paint.
Ooh.
And as
That's
one of
cool.
them turns to speak to the other one, as they turn to look at you, roll me a perception check.
Oh, that's nice. That's a 29, I think. Hold on, let me double check. Yes, 29.
Normally you wouldn't be able to tell, but I mean, your perception's pretty darn high as they turn and one of them kind of grimaces a little bit towards where they're looking at you. And you notice that his teeth are filed.
Oh, like sharp, pointy
points.
teeth.
You've encountered that once before, but it was not dwarves, not Disney dwarves from Snow White. But yeah, so tribal painting or tattoos, you're not really sure what it is. But it's definitely kind of wild. And when they look at you, their eyes are not like the dwarf eyes from Disney at all. They're a little bit more, I don't know, they almost have like a red light to them a little bit.
Interesting.
And they turn and they look at you and they say, all of them are saying, who is that? One of them, the one at the front, gestures at them and says, come out and show yourself.
I kind of don't want to get killed or eaten.
Oh, we won't eat you.
Well, I don't know if I believe that. Can I roll an insight check on that statement there?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I rolled a 1 on the dice plus 10. So I don't know if I just failed or.
I mean, dude, it's dwarves. In every D&D thing you've ever heard, dwarves are good.
Well, I mean, they're
and he seems
all
like he's
shades.
good. He's like, I won't eat you. We won't eat you. And he smiles. Which is kind of tempered by the sharpened teeth, but you don't know why they're sharpened. It could have nothing to do with like meat eating or anything. It might be a tribal custom.
Well, I mean, if you guys are willing to eat food with us, we killed the wolf guy who was being a dick, and I mean, we didn't try to kill him. It just kind of happened. It sucked. Oh, I'm still behind the tree. So right. I'll be like this, and I'll be like, oh, sorry.
Couple of them that start muttering something in a language you can't understand, and the one that was talking to you shushes them. Shh. So you killed the wolf. We would love to join you in breaking bread with that carcass.
Excellent.
Here, bring it, and we will escort you to our home. And
okay.
We will share food.
Okay, let me go get my group. As long as I have your solemn vow, all of you, that you are not going to attack or eat us. I don't think you'll eat us because you said you wouldn't. But just for shits and giggles, because I think it's kind of funny. If you just, sorry. Yeah. If you would just make that vow to me.
Oh, we won't attack you. We're not those kind of people.
Or drug us.
That's not our way. That's more of the Queen's way.
Oh,
you work for the Queen?
No. I'm assuming so. Okay, this is a long story. We can tell you the story when we're all together. So I'm not sitting up here kinking my neck as I'm trying to like peek around this tree so that you guys don't kill me and all this stuff because I'm kind of wimpy. But yeah,
they all look at each other and
we were sent by the Fae King and the Fae Queen, so of the Seelie and the Unseelie courts.
Oh, so they meddle in Verdantis now.
No, not usually. We're not here to actually mess with you guys. We're here to just try and, that tower over there with the dude in it. We just need to go grab something from there, but he locked it, so we gotta, know how it is.
I
Yeah.
see. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome to come and break bread with us and tell your story, and we'll tell you our story, and perhaps you will find answers. And perhaps we will too. And he
That'd be
smiles
awesome.
again with a little twinkle in his eye. It's weird. It's a red twinkle, so it's kind of unnerving, but it's a twinkle.
You
And
guys kind of remind
Godfrey,
me
that's
of
right
like.
when you get up there. All of a sudden, Shauna, you hear,
Oh.
and a little bit of crashing through the brush. And Godfrey, you see Shauna hiding behind a tree up ahead.
And I'm peeking, and I'm like having this conversation, so there's
peeking
no
out.
reason for me to be hiding anymore. I'm just doing it.
Hey,
Oh, hey.
kind of
So-
so do I know? I'm just kind of like looking at because I'm just standing there with like the haunches, the wolf haunches.
Yeah, as you come
And I'm
out,
like-
and
Oh, this is one of my friends. He's don't kill him or
yeah,
attack him.
they look way up at you. They're about 4 foot tall or so. So not real short, but also not real tall. Definitely not hobbit size. So they look way up at you, and one of them says, "Is that the wolf?"
It's part of it.
It
I
was.
mean, just kind of.
Very nice. Well, come with us. Is this everybody?
No, they're lagging behind. Actually,
Ah.
No,
There's 3
they
more.
were right behind me. I don't know. I
Well, here, why don't you come with me and we'll go get things set up for the rest of them, and the rest of these guys, and he gestures to 3 of the 6 dwarves, will stay and wait for them and guide them in. That sound good?
I think it might be best because we've been through a lot. So
together.
yeah, we've all been through a lot. I don't want them to accidentally, get, and I don't want you guys to see them and then there'd be misunderstandings and people fighting and then dying and blood and guts and bleh. I'd rather just avoid that if possible. So
No,
if you don't
I
mind,
don't
they
blame
shouldn't.
you. I
What?
would rather avoid it too. So
Right.
all right.
What
Well,
said.
I have a time schedule, so I'm going to move on ahead, and I'll leave the rest of them here waiting for you guys.
What was your name?
Huh?
What was your name?
Oh, I'm Mike.
Mike. Okay, Mike.
Mhm.
I did not expect that. Mike. Okay.
But
Excellent.
do I
Neither
get a
did
good
Tanya,
look at the
she writes it
dwarves? What do
down.
they look like?
Yeah, I know.
What was that, Alex?
What do the dwarves look like again? Because now I'm kind of
They look like dwarves. They've got chainmail on and pickaxes and bags of rocks on their back. Each of them is carrying kind of a large, heavy-looking hammer, on their side. It's clearly it's a weapon. Their faces are covered in very tribal-looking. You're not sure if it's paint or tattoos.
Or blood.
And their teeth are filed.
But otherwise, they look kind of like
They look like dwarves.
they got big beards and.
Absolutely. Although they do have a few things like braided into their hair, kind of almost Viking-esque in a way.
With pointed, sharp teeth.
Pointed sharp teeth and tribal tattoos.
Okay, so now that Godfrey's here, I'm gonna come out from behind the tree
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, okay, I think we're in a relatively safe
So,
standing at the
you
moment.
guys get a good haul today?
As Mike has waved and he's headed off to go prepare things, the other 5 that are standing there like, oh yeah. Pickings here are so much better than our last place that we were at.
What are
Nice.
all y'all's names?
Yeah, Tanya.
I had it all written down, but I moved and I can't find the notebook that
Is
has
there a
them all.
Bob?
Ouch.
There is
Oh,
not
God.
a Bob in this group.
It's all just like super like mundane names like Bob, Hank, Jim, Joe.
Brad.
There's got to be a Dave
Well,
in there
remember that they
somewhere.
said that the leader was Drog.
You
Drug.
said, oh,
Okay.
Drug or
Drog.
drog?
Frog.
Drog.
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 Okay.
Yeah, so
Like-
with an AU.
Like
Okay.
draw.
So this Mike has left.
Okay. Mike
Um,
left.
Right. So
Drog.
the next one down, it says like, well, I'm slim.
Slim.
And he is very much not slim. And this here is Dooger.
Duger.
Like booger.
Only with a D.
And all
Got
the
it.
others laugh except for Dooger.
It's all right, dude. I get it. Okay.
like booger.
Dooger like booger. And then this one here, he's Jim.
Jim.
Hmm
Jim.
Yeah, that's because he's brothers with Slim.
Okay, and they rhyme. I see. I get it. I get it. I'm
Yeah,
picking up
yeah.
what you're putting down. Okay,
Okay, yeah. And then here we've got Joe.
Joe. Okay.
Yeah. And then of this last one, and he points to the kind of the biggest one of the whole bunch. And this one's tiny.
I so
Tiny.
knew that was coming.
Of course. Dwarves are clearly not known for their creativity.
Hey, Tiny, have you heard the story of Robin Hood with Tiny Tim? Or was it Tiny Tim? It was something like that.
They live
Little John.
way
Little
over
John,
there.
thank you. Sorry.
They live way over there. There's no relation.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I just thought it'd be cool, you know.
He seems rather offended.
I'm
actually.
sorry. I wasn't comparing you. I just thought, you know, the irony of the name was fun.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
it's the only reason you like any of those
So
people.
what do you guys dig for?
Oh, well, we're kind of not supposed to show, but I think you guys will like this.
Ooh.
And Slim, who's been doing a lot of the talking, Stout Slim, he reaches out into his pack and he pulls out a chunk, and it's a rock. And littered through the rock, you see little points of brilliant color.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, wait till you see it cleaned up. It's the best thing in the world. And I'll tell
That's
you
so
what,
cool.
it sells for a pretty penny.
Nice.
What is it?
Hmm?
What is it? Like, can I tell what it is? Or
Roll me a perception check.
I'm looking right at it.
And do you ask that, or do you well, because it's all in the rock, you have to have some knowledge of rocks.
Okay. Oh, it's like, what color is it? I mean, I guess
It's
first,
multiple colors.
That is it. I mean, that's a nat 20. It's a 23.
Okay. Okay. It looks kind of opalescent, like an opal, but the colors aren't the same. But it has that same kind of sheen at the little points that you can see through the rock.
Moonstone?
And he's like, oh no.
Ooh.
This is star opal.
Star opal. Is that something native to here?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, all of the other kingdoms, they pay a pretty penny for this because we're the only ones that have it, and everybody likes it and everybody wants it. And some of them think they need it.
Does it have any special properties, or is it
interesting.
just pretty?
Oh, well, eventually it'll have, right now it's just pretty, but eventually it'll have special properties once we get it all cleaned up.
Nice.
Yeah, mining's not a fun job. There's got to be a good reason for us to do that, and that's that good reason.
Yeah, that seems like a good reason. I respect you guys for doing mining at all, because yeah, it's tough. I've only ever watched it in videos and stuff, but it looks insane. So
I can't help but notice you guys like your teeth, like that's pretty cool. Like, why do you guys do that?
or is
it's
it natural?
It's a cultural thing. No, we do it
Okay.
from the time that we're little.
Do you bite your tongue? I'd imagine that would hurt.
It does. It does. You learn how to keep your tongue in your mouth after a while. And a couple of them snicker and another one elbows him like, don't say that, Mhm.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Phrasing?
All right. Well, our the rest of our group should be catching up pretty soon. One of us is a tree, so she tends to go a little bit slower, but she's really cool. You guys will like her.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
Can I roll
We
an
also-
insight check on that?
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, because I rolled a 1 on mine. They won't eat me.
I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
here for
sure,
the
of course
rest of
not.
it, but the way he just said that was like, huh?
What?
Oh, sweet.
What? You think it's suspicious
Yes.
from me?
That's 17.
Okay.
I got a 30. Oh shit.
Yeah, it was an
I
odd
rolled that
inflection,
low?
Alex, but you're not really sure what it means. And
I rolled
Shauna,
a
what-
natural 20.
yeah,
plus
what you
10.
got is that, you know, is that there's a double meaning to what he's saying. Now you don't have enough context to know what the double meaning is, but clearly there is a double meaning to what he just said.
Okay. You guys will not be cutting her down.
We don't have
I'm
axes.
kinda
already
We
looking
at
have,
Shauna
we've
like-
got hammers.
I don't know.
We've got
I mean-
hammers. I mean, we live in a forest. Can you imagine how well the green man would handle it if we cut trees down?
This is
Oh
the
my
second time
God.
I've heard of the Green Man. Would you tell me more about the Green Man?
Well, he's not the ruler of this place, but he's the ruler of this place, at least the forested parts. He's the most powerful of the tree spirits.
Okay. I just out of
So we
When
don't
they say-
really have a lot to do with the tree spirits because we're miners. I mean, we're not tree folk, we're not greenies. So he leaves us alone, we leave him alone, and everybody does okay.
When they say green man, all I can think about is the Jolly Green Giant.
right.
Hey, in
That's-
this world,
that's-
you never know. Don't
All
give me
right.
ideas.
The green man's gonna come out and it's just gonna be the dude on like the vegetable
Jolly-
packages.
Yeah.
Green giant.
That's the idea. Be careful what you wish
Yes.
for.
Some of you don't know your
Oh.
magic well enough.
I
Oh,
know.
All I
man.
can think of is the typo negative song. So
Oh
Yeah.
God.
And that made me
Versus
think
I'm
of
sitting
Stay
here
Puft
being like,
Marshmallow
yeah.
Man.
Oh
There's
my
like-
God.
I'm just like, yeah, Baba Yaga, Green Man. I know exactly what.
Mhm.
Tempest,
Yeah,
can you
exactly.
Tempest, can you just go like I'll wait here. You can fly. Can you they're taking forever. I don't know. I don't even know how I lost them. I was literally just walking straight here and they should be here by now. But
Yes, I can do that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't eat him. I'm just kidding. I know you guys won't. I'm just joking.
We don't eat
She-
beef.
Oh, that's probably for the best. Yeah, it's a little heavy. Okay, sorry. I'll be back.
you couldn't
I
if you
fly.
tried.
I'll fly off to go find them.
Okay, you fly off, and you actually don't get very far because they're nearly to you.
Oh, sweet.
There
Okay.
they all are.
Oh,
We're not
hey.
sure what took them so long, but there they are.
hey,
Hey, guys.
I have a craving for
We found the
peas.
door.
Why is that?
One of them offered me something. It's pretty good, but holy shit.
Oh God. Okay. So
Ugh.
we met up with the dwarves. They don't look like normal dwarves, so you guys don't be surprised.
what do you mean they don't look like normal dwarves?
You'll see. They look mostly like normal dwarves. You'll see. But just
Side-eye,
you know,
side-eye.
be slightly on your guard. But everything seems okay. Just I mentioned you, Lena, and they got a little weird, and I'm not sure why. But yeah. Also, they mentioned the Green Man again.
Wait, do we want to say something about who we spoke to before
Oh,
we?
Yeah. We ran into the evil queen from Snow White. And she said the dwarves were the evil ones. So
Oh, interesting. They mentioned her very briefly, and we're saying about how she was the
I'm
evil
not
one,
sure
for
what's going on there. That seems.
Well, I mean, honestly, everybody thinks they're the good guys, right? And the
That's
people that are
very
against
true.
are always the
True.
villains. So
Just watch your back.
yeah. Definitely. Just be slightly on your guard.
also, heads up for fairy tale folk. I'm pretty sure we are in the part of the fairy tale where Snow White is already knocked out. So
Mhm.
one of you guys might be the prince. You don't know.
Oh God. Okay, that makes sense. Get on it, Stone Man. Or I mean woman. I mean I could be the prince. I don't know.
No kissing poor
Not just that it-
defenseless people,
Yeah,
okay? Like
Okay,
that is
I am
always
against
bothered
conscious
me.
women do not want.
Yeah, no
Always.
worries. No.
Since
Yeah.
childhood, that has bothered me.
Yes.
It would only be, yeah, me too. It'd only be for CPR purposes. Like it wouldn't actually be a kiss
But that's
because that would be
different.
weird. Yeah, exactly. That's the only way it'd be okay. So maybe this
I
this
might
whole
have
thing's
a
weird.
loophole in the system. We'll find out.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's. We're almost there.
I might actually have a loophole.
Awesome.
Okay.
So anyway,
This-
these are your new dwarf friends. Hello, friends.
So you guys all come out of the forest, and the dwarves turn
Oh,
to look at
yeah.
you, and their eyes get a little bit big, and they look at each other, and then they're especially like looking at you, Malhavoc, as I've been looking up at Alex, and they're like, the one that Alex was kind of talking to when you guys walked up, turns and says, I'm Slim. He is not Slim.
That one's
Um,
tiny.
Mhm.
Oh,
Tiny's actually
Oh,
the
okay.
tallest one. He's
Yeah.
nearly 5 foot tall. He's actually
Got it.
really quite tall for a dwarf.
So we could just guess their names based on the opposite of what we would first think, right?
Potentially.
Well, sort of.
Wait, do we see
that
their
guy's name's
teeth?
Jim. So
Oh, we've got Slim Jim. Got it.
yeah, we
Yeah,
got
there's
Slim
Slim.
Jim.
Oh,
Tiny.
oh.
There's Dooger, like booger. That's what they said. Don't get upset at me, Dooger. That I'm just explaining so we don't forget.
I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, Drog. There's Joe, and then Mike left.
Which one's Drog?
That one.
Actually, no, there's Drog is not here. You guys never met.
Oh,
Drog.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Do we
only
see
talk-
their
we-
teeth though?
We don't talk
Oh
about
yeah.
drug.
Mhm. Yeah, because they're talking to you like this is just normal.
Okay.
The teeth and the face painting.
Am
All
I
right.
the only one who's reminded of another game of ours when I see teeth like that?
Absolutely. Like cannibalistic
no.
gnomes? Yes.
Not lost on me.
I did already ask. Apparently, it's a cultural thing. Same thing with the paint.
Yeah, okay, wouldn't they say that?
Well, that's what
We
they
did.
that's what they
We
said,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
You gentlemen like Wolf?
Oh yeah. In fact, they've Mike's gone ahead and they're getting ready for us so that we can cook this up and have a good old time. We've got some ale. It'll be great. We can tell our stories. You could tell your stories. It'll
We
be
got lots of
wonderful.
stories.
All right.
Lead on.
All right. Well, come on, guys.
Excellent. I'm gonna
Roll me
just
a
keep
perception check.
yes.
Everybody,
All of us.
Mhm.
Ho ho!
that is a nat 20.
Mine's a
I
19.
got a 12.
Mine is
26.
You said perception.
Oh, mine's
Yeah.
also 26, dude.
14.
Okay.
Better than the
Um,
rest of them. Then.
Godfrey, Malhavoc, and Tempest all noticed that the dwarves seem to be staying a little bit away from Lena.
Interesting. They did mention something about the green man and how trees are a little uncomfortable for them. So that would make sense, I think.
Yeah. But they do start leading you off down the trail.
I'm just
And,
gonna clock
I
where
guess
we're
it would
going.
make sense that I was oblivious.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you guys actually end up walking about a mile. So I mean it's not
I'm
hugely
fine.
long, but it takes you a good half an hour at this pace with them to get to
So we're
the
moving slow.
the house, right? Well, and they're carrying big bags of rocks, and they've got short legs. So you could outpace them, but you don't know where you're going. So
Yeah.
and then
Um,
and you follow
I'm having
this
to take
trail.
like half steps.
Yeah, exactly. You're mincing,
Right.
Alex.
I've never been so happy to be able to fly because walking slowly drives me up the fucking wall. So I'm just flying in
Just
circles.
doing loops around everybody. Okay, and you guys walk about a mile, and as you get, you notice that this trail that you're on, as you get further, gets a little harder, a little more defined, like it's used a little bit more, instead of just the little like forest track where you guys first met them. And eventually you come up to what looks like a little compound. There's a couple of huts inside, and but it's a wall with sharpened stakes, and a gate. And so they're
Okay.
like, here we are. This will be fun tonight. And what were all your names again?
Tempest, Malhavoc, Red, Lina, Godfrey.
All right, wonderful. I want to introduce you right. So come on in. And Slim, as they gets close, he whistles to somebody that you can't quite see behind the stakes and stuff. And they whistle back, and then the gate opens. And inside you see.
I'm gonna
Three.
clock what the whistle sounded like.
Mm-hmm,
Both were the ones that they whistled and the one back.
mm-hmm. What you see inside is a little bit more like the Disney show. There's not more
Okay.
dwarves or more people or anything. There's just those 5 dwarves, you know. If you turn and look back once you walk in, you can see that there's Mike up on the wall, and he opened the gate. But there are birds, there's rabbits, there's rats running around like they live here. You see a couple of them carrying things like they're actually, you know, doing a job, you know, working here and stuff. And so as you get to the gate, though, how many of you go through?
I'll go through.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you go through, Malhavoc, your squirrel, this is
Runs
and
away.
Like
leaves you.
hides or leaves?
It goes and hides kind of towards the
Squeakers.
tree line.
I'm going to fly straight up instead of going in to see if I can see over it, like over the
The wall and
fence.
stuff. Okay,
and
yeah.
Just see what I see.
Okay, you go up, and what you see is a couple of huts towards the beginning, and then what looks like is probably a blacksmith area or something. You're not really sure, but a second building with a chimney or a
Okay.
smokestack with smoke coming out of it. And
Okay.
in the very, very back of so there's 2 hut type things, a blacksmith type thing potentially, and at the very, very back there is what looks like a little not really like an amphitheater, but like a little depressed seating area.
Okay. Do I see I'll roll a perception check to see if I see anything that looks suspicious, like traps or
Okay.
like if they have weapons mounted or something that we
Okay.
wouldn't
Roll
be
your
able to
perception
see.
check.
Do those of us still not in the gate see the squirrel run away?
Roll me a perception check.
I mean, you saw me turn around and go, squeakers.
I'm
Squeak,
oblivious. However, someone else may catch it.
19.
Okay. Well, do you go
I
inside,
also rolled a 19.
Jody?
I mean, am I in lockstep with Malhavoc? I don't know. Am I that
Okay.
close to him? I don't know.
Jody, you move to step inside,
Yeah.
and you can't.
Oh.
It's like you hit an invisible wall when you try to go in.
Interesting. They didn't like
Um,
trees.
Well, I'm gonna mention this to the others. Apparently I can't join you. So
Okay. I'll fly forward. I'm not going in. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Sweet.
It basically if it's anything 3rd level or lower, it immediately dispels. If it's anything higher, I have to roll for it.
Okay. Roll.
Okay, that's an 18.
Okay. And you feel like a little pop, and something worked. Something dispelled.
Try it now.
can I have do I know what spell was dispelled? Can I
That would
try
be
and
an
figure
Arcana
that out?
check. So roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to figure that out, but I did roll a 17 on the dice, so
Okay. You know, it's funny because
that'd be a
you know,
20, dirty 20.
yeah, exactly. And so you were able to go, okay, that was a warding.
A warding for what?
Well, clearly for
Against
tree
green.
type people, dryads, tree people. You're not really sure, but it was something against what you are.
Okay, interesting. Why would they
Squeak,
be
squeakums.
warding against?
Who knows how
Okay,
dangerous
I'm
the
a
forest
little
is.
skeptical here. I'm not sure we should be
But
doing
nobody
this,
else
but okay.
ran into a warding, only you.
I think well, I'm way up. I rolled a 20 on my perception.
Okay, on your perception, as you're looking around, looking over in the amphitheater like little area, little depressed seating area, at the very center is what looks like a glass coffin.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
And the way that the light is like shining on it, the setting sun, it's hard to really see what's inside of it, but
Yeah. But I mean, I have a guess. A
mhm.
rotting corpse. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll fly back down.
I'm
Okay.
just going to mention what I felt and then what Red dispelled, I guess.
and
It
so
seems
right now
like it was a ward
Mhm.
Okay.
against like
You know, it does make sense because they did mention that they are not on the best terms with the green man who is for trees and green and stuff because they tend to live underground most of the time and they're miners. So it could be
Well,
a
they
protection
didn't
thing for
give-
that.
Okay,
They didn't warn us though.
because wait, I'm honestly asking because maybe I missed the part of the conversation where they actually said we are on bad terms with this person, or was
didn't.
that just a vibe you got?
That was just a
Yes.
vibe I got.
It
Okay,
was it was a vibe she
Yeah,
got.
so
Because
I don't know
then
for sure.
then I want to say you're also projecting a reason.
This is true. Yeah.
So I would get rid of that immediately because we were also warned that they're evil. So we may have been warned by somebody who is evil, or maybe our fairy tales are wrong, but I don't want to
Maybe they're
project a
both
reason.
evil.
Everyone's evil. We're in the Fae realm. Everyone's in it for themselves. Like
Don't trust anyone.
I just
At
don't want to
this point,
project
Slim
why there are
comes up.
problems.
Mike, you see coming down, and he's like, okay, come on, we've got the ale flowing. Let's get that wolf on the Barbie.
We need the hammer, or we need to get hammered. One of the two.
What?
Okay, no los dos.
Are we going in? If we're going in, let's do it.
Go in.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Okay.
about it over dinner, I guess.
Okay.
Is my friend fleeing still?
When you go through, the Wolpertinger does indeed go and leave just like the squirrel did.
Okay.
And Shauna, you'll realize your bat is also gone
That's really strange.
because I mean, you found them in the forest. They've gone. They're sitting. At
They
the
just
edge
went
of the,
back.
They just
went
went
I
back
see.
forest.
to the tree
Okay.
line.
Okay. Okay. I'll be back later.
All right, squeakers.
Wait. No, you can come in now. That was the whole point of the dispel magic.
Oh no! I know. I was saying that
It's
to the
just that
animal.
her-
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
the
going
animal's
in.
gonna come in.
I'm going in, but my animal left. Like he's at the edge of the forest there.
So Mike, which the rest of you are just meeting for the first time, he's a little older than the others, has a little bit of silver hair, very scraggly beard. His tattooing is a little stronger. There's more of it than for some of the other dwarfs and stuff. But you remember he was the one that said, I'm going to go ahead and get things ready, Shauna.
Yes.
But he's come down from the gate and he's like, all right, come on, welcome, come on in. Let's get you some ale. Slim, they need a mug. Come on, everybody get him a mug. I need a mug. And they lead you towards the center. And what you find is one of the huts is a little more, what's from the ground is more open. There's not like closing doors in it. And it's clear that it's an eating area. There's a fire pit type of cooking stove. There's, tables and benches. It's a very medieval looking feasting hall. Okay.
Do the tattoos on their faces look like they have meaning or like they're words of any kind or in any language?
Roll me a perception check. Actually, roll me a knowledge check.
Okay.
Just straight out intelligence.
That is a 17.
Okay, they don't look like words per se, although even if they were, you may not know that since you're not really strongly versed in languages that you don't know.
Mhm.
But as an artist, you do notice that there does seem to be a pattern of that, like it does have meaning.
I'm gonna wait till they're a little tipsy before I ask one of
Okay.
them the meaning behind them.
Okay. Well, as you all come in, you'll see that the ones that you didn't see from out there they're already there, and they're setting out plates and mugs and cups. The fire pit's all ready for the wolf and the haunches and stuff. So tell me what you do.
Is there like a tiny little, like a toddler seat for me?
No, there is not. However, as they've poured the mugs and stuff, the one that they kind of push over in front of you is actually like a thimble
Yeah.
that's like this big. Now, even then, it's like 2 hands for you, but it's something that's drinkable. And
Where
so,
did you guys get the thimble?
oh, we make it. We're metalsmiths. We make all kinds of things.
Oh.
So I'm gonna I'll get my haunches over to the barbecue, get them
Mhm.
cooking. Probably me and Melhavik are over there.
Actually,
Yeah, 'cause
smells really good once it starts sizzling.
Because I'm gonna cut the head off, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna turn the skull into either a bowl or a cup or something.
Okay.
Let me know when we're actually kind of all sitting down to eat, because I have something I want to do. So I just want to know when that's about to
Okay. Well,
happen.
that's up to you guys. The food is cooking. Everybody's handing you mugs of ale. They've all got mugs of ale. The bread, Shauna, has been torn into hunks and put on every plate, which means that everybody's getting just a small piece. But they pull out some of their bread, and it's actually kind of a heavy, dense, almost like Irish brown bread that they
Nice.
add to the mix and stuff. And there's some it's actually kind of a nice feast. Everything's smelling good. And you realize you guys are pretty hungry. You haven't really stopped to eat for a while. That this actually could be pretty nice. That wolf smells really good. It's clear that it smells really good to them too, because several of the younger dwarves are like waiting eagerly for it to get done. Everybody's chatting just about stuff, random stuff, talking about work, asking you a few questions about yourselves. It's an interesting kind of a thing. How'd you guys all get together? You're all different.
I want to find Drog.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
And they're like,
whoever
oh,
was telling me about the thimble.
you know about Drog. What do you know about Drog?
It's just a name that was said and wasn't actually there. So I feel like I've met all 6 of you, but not the 7th.
He's off doing his work. It's just
So you guys got off
guy
work.
never rests. He doesn't do the same work as us. He's the one that handles the forge, and so he does all of that kind of thing.
Oh, then I totally want to go see the forge.
Okay, well, let's have dinner first because we're all hungry. We've been working hard today.
Well,
then we'll
wait,
go see we'll totally show you the forge. In fact, if you want a tour of our little compound, we'll totally show you.
But don't you want to get Drug and tell him, hey, dinner's ready?
He's the temperamental kind of a guy. He'll come when he's ready. You'll get to meet him. It'll be fine.
As dinner's starting, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut
I was
a
going to
very,
wonder.
very rare hunk of wolf.
I am going to surreptitiously take some berries from my hair
Uh-huh.
and sort of pass them to my friends.
To your friends, so that everybody's got a
Yes.
good berry.
Nice.
Well, so that everybody doesn't need to eat because they're not hungry.
Got it. I will.
And I am not drinking. I will make it look like I'm drinking, but I am not drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's 15 feet around you. It does not get the whole room, but it will get everybody close to you. Alex,
I can put it wherever I want it.
right?
So
yeah, okay.
I want it. Well, it's a 15-foot radius, so 30-foot circle.
Mm-hmm.
The table's more than 30 feet.
No, I said the room is more
Oh,
than
I
30
just
feet.
want it. I want it because
You
we're all
want on
sitting
the
down.
table? Okay.
I want it because we're all about to tell our stories.
Right.
Yep.
The
Question:
crack with
Will that impact us?
Yes.
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 Okay,
So you
so-
cannot tell So the way it works is everybody who is in it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's actually not a wisdom, it's charisma.
Okay.
I thought it was okay.
I'm looking
charisma
at it right
saving.
now.
Sorry, charisma
Yeah.
saving throw. That's a different spell.
Mhm.
And I'll know whether you pass or fail. But if you fail, you cannot tell a deliberate lie.
Right.
Okay.
But since we all know the zone of truth is here, or at least I can kind of, actually, no, I wasn't able to tell you all, but I know, so I can, if you know about the zone of truth, you can kind of like word around even if you fail.
But it's only
So
if
if you-
they know it's there,
Yeah.
which they may or may not.
I did roll an 18 on the dice, which gets me a 25.
Yeah.
Or
Mine's a
charisma save?
21.
So you
Okay.
pass.
Yeah.
Mine's
Yeah.
a 21.
Not
And you're all
20.
within you're all
All
within
right.
10 you're all within 10 feet of me, so you're within my aura range, so you all get a +5 anyway.
Oh,
That'd be
damn.
a
Oh.
30 then.
This is when it's nice
Holy
to have a
crap.
paladin in the party.
Okay.
I would also point out it does not force anybody to speak either. So silence
Right.
is also a thing you can choose.
hmm
So I rolled a 1
Great.
Oh shit.
+4
Uh-huh.
+4.
So
Well,
you
Shauna,
cannot.
you can't lie.
You can't lie.
You can't tell a deliberate
So
lie.
I would like to
I hope
remind you.
nobody
you
asks me
don't
my
have
name.
to speak.
Right. Shit.
But none of you, I couldn't really like tell you because I didn't want anyone else, I didn't want
Right.
anyone to hear
Yeah.
potentially.
So Alex, you know that 2 of the dwarves made their save, but the
Which
rest
2?
of them, it would be Slim and Mike. So the
Okay.
2 top ones. The rest of them did not. So of the 6 dwarves, 2 of them made their save, and the other 4 did not.
So I all too have been pretending to drink my drink. No,
Mhm.
we know that's up now, right?
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
then never mind.
you would have to roll me a knowledge arcana to decide to notice that
I'm-
there's a spell.
I'll do it just for shits and giggles.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's 19. Now you're rolling well.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily like because there would have to be a reason for you to know. Like there would have to be you would have had to have seen me do something, or you have such a which you might because you're a wizard.
I'm a
Never mind.
There.
Yeah.
Have an
There's my
innate.
doggy.
She is a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Who, the dog?
No.
Yes. Yes. Definitely the dog.
Brad is a wizard.
Well then Alex, it's up to you whether or not I know.
Yes. I mean, like, I'm not trying to hide it from you guys.
That's fine. Yeah, because what I was
Mhm.
going to do is just turn to whatever the who was the dwarf that I was talking to before.
You were talking to Jim.
Okay. And he has been affected. So
Mhm.
it's just this ale is so good. What is in it? Hey, what is in it?
And Jim says, I'm not the one that makes it, so I don't know everything, but I know that there's some wheat, there's some barley, there's lots and lots of honey, which is part of why the green man gets angry at us. But you know what? It's so good. I mean, you can't resist.
Yeah, no, we all love a good mead.
Yeah, we do. Oh, and you know what? This wolf is really great. Thank you for bringing this to us. You'll notice that the dwarves are all tucking into the wolf pretty handily,
Has the
even though
wolf
you guys brought it.
has the wolf been a thorn in your guys' side before or something? This feels a little personal.
Which one are you asking?
Any of them.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Joe speaks up and he says, it's not that at all. It's not that. You guys don't know. And Mike goes, "Shh, guys. Shh."
I mean,
what
we
am I
don't. What don't we know?
And then Tiny speaks up from the back where he's got a big chunk of meat in his mouth. And he's like, when you eat a creature this magical, some of that goes into you. You get more powerful. I'm surprised you guys aren't eating up.
Interesting. Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
No.
Grabs haunch.
Yep.
Right.
Starts digging in.
Malhavoc actually gets up and goes for
Because
seconds.
we brought
Nice.
this. It should
Yeah.
be okay.
Right.
Right.
I'm not eating it anyway. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know if
trees
I
eat
could find wolf palatable. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So how many of you
Was-
are eating the wolf and how many of you are not?
I'm always up to try new things, so I'll definitely be trying it. I
Okay,
probably
so
won't eat
only
a lot
Lena?
though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Okay.
pass.
That is okay.
As you're eating it, I mean, it actually, at first you're like, oh, it's wolf. It's kind of that gamey smell. But then as soon as you try it, it tastes better. It's like Limburger cheese. It tastes better than it smells. And it smelled pretty good. The taste is just like the most tender beef you've ever had. It just melts in your mouth. And each of you who gets it will now forever have a +1 to your Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess I will miss out. Okay.
And so the evening
Maybe.
progresses. Do you guys ask more
That's not what I wanted.
questions or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask about
Oh, a million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All kinds of questions.
I want to ask about the green man.
Okay. What do you guys have to tell me the exact questions because that will determine how they respond.
Who's the closest to me?
To you,
Yeah.
Joe.
Kind of like lean over and so like, I noticed you guys had like a war. It seemed like to protect against like woodland creatures. Like, what's the deal with that? Do you have something like? Are you guys worried about the green man since you guys do stuff like that? Like, what's going on with that?
I take it you guys don't know anything about the green man. He has that
No.
back. Okay. Well,
I know a little.
like so many very powerful things, they're also very dangerous. And the fact that we use hammers and pickaxes and axes and that we use a fire here to cook our food, a lot of the things here don't cook their food because of that danger. But we do
'Cause you
because
have
I
to
mean,
burn the
it's so
wood.
much better. Right. Exactly. It doesn't like it
Mm.
at all. And so there's a bit of that bit of a fight. Plus there's just that, powers when they're competing, they just don't like each other. He tries to hurt us. We try to hurt him. It's just an unfriendly kind of thing.
Is he trying to hurt you just because you use fire and take from the land? Is that the deal, or is there something more?
Best as
to it?
I know, I'm not sure why he would care about anything else. But
Have you guys ever had the chance to sit and talk? with him?
oh, we don't talk with the green man. Nobody talks with the green man. Except well, maybe, and he gestures at Lena. She might be able to talk to the green man, but nobody else talks to the green man because it's green man. You know how there's us and we're just the little guy. And then there's the medium-sized guys, medium power guys. And then there's the really powerful guys that we call sometimes like Fae Princess, Fae Powers, Fae things like that. He's one of those. I'm not one of
Okay.
those, so I don't mess with him.
Okay. Well, he is a very well-known figure of like Celtic and Gaelic mythology in where we are from.
Oh,
So-
and where are you guys from?
We're from it's another plane called Earth. Or at least I guess that's what we call it. I don't know.
Midgard.
Earth, Okay.
What he
Earth,
said.
Midgard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that before. And Mike then speaks up and says, actually, I think I may have heard something. Tell me about your Earth. I'd really like to know more. I mean, the guy in the tower, he's kind of like you guys, but he's the only one we've ever seen.
Yeah, well, sorry.
I was just gonna say on our planet or our world, I guess. We have these things called fairy tales, and they're stories based on other realms, quite like this one. So we have all sorts of tales, especially of the evil queen and the 7 dwarves and Snow White. And so we actually had questions about whether or not how
We're in
much
a
of that-
story.
You're in a story,
This is
yeah.
Tiny
I mean-
that says this. We're in a story.
We are.
Okay, tell me the story.
Well, once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess.
Everybody make me a Constitution saving throw except Lena.
I'll
Ooh,
get plus
That's
5.
nice.
On saving throw.
With disadvantage.
Okay, that's 21, and that is
ooh, sweet.
that's 20. 20.
Okay.
You said
7.
Constitution.
Mhm.
22. Sorry, 21. At disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Okay. What did you get, Ellie?
7.
You're starting to feel kind of sick to your stomach.
Oh no.
You're not really sure why. Alex, what did you roll?
An 11.
You also are feeling sick to your stomach. It's like you don't know if because I mean the meat tasted so good, it went down so easy. It's probably maybe you ate it too fast. Have any of you drunk any of the ale? Probably not. Okay.
I'm such a lightweight.
Which means it's just got to be the meat and stuff. But boy, something's got you feeling kind of sick to your stomach.
Can I see that they are starting to turn green?
I'm gonna grab. I like after feeling that, I'm gonna eat my good berry. Just to be
That's
like,
what I was
maybe
going to
that'll- maybe
suggest.
that'll
Yeah.
even
Okay.
this out.
Okay. And that definitely seems to help you feel better, but you still feel, I mean, just a little uncomfortable. Ellie, what do you do?
Well, I'm in the middle of telling a story.
Right. So you're just going to be sick until your story's done?
Honestly, yep, that is exactly the way I would do it.
Okay. All right. I'm
If we're
going to
playing
go away so
ourselves?
you can tell your story. All of the dwarves are watching you with wide, eager eyes, like, oh, this is so cool. Story time.
Now I want you all to correct me if our story is wrong, okay?
Okay.
Especially looking at
Okay.
like Tiny and them.
And one of them, you think maybe it's Duger
Booger.
says, we haven't had a story since mom died. Another one elbows and says, she's not dead. There's still hope.
Actually, I'm going to pull out my bat. Like we have gold and like stuff like that in this universe, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't
Actually,
know. You only know what you've seen so far.
No, I mean like, do I have like? Actually, do I... Shit. Do I have any?
You looking for coin?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm looking to see if I have anything on my person that would be like
Magical Tums.
tradable. No, like for like see if I had like any gold or any like things that the dwarves might find valuable that I have like on my person, other than like I guess the sword, the magical talking sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless you have it listed on your character sheet, you don't have gold per se, because you didn't need it in the Fae realm,
Okay.
the main Fae realm, Gaia. And so as you're looking through your pockets, and Ellie is continuing the story, and the dwarves are watching.
Because I have my change and like stuff from that, like from like my wallet and things, but I still have like that on me.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna bring it out, and I'm actually be like, and since you guys like, you guys work with metal, this is some metal from our world. And as in a fun and let's just make it a game that if the first person to tell us when something's different, I'll give you one.
Okay.
But you got to be the first one to do it.
Well, and then Jim and Joe are like elbowing each other. It'll be me. It'll be no, stuff like that. So you start your story, Ellie.
So once upon a time, there was a magical kingdom, and within this magical kingdom, there lived an evil queen, a sorceress, and she took down the mother of the princess, lovely, beautiful Snow White, whose hair was as dark as ebony and hair as white as snow.
You'll notice that unilaterally all of the 6 dwarves are starting to get a little misty. And a couple of them are like, yeah, that's right. Jim's like, that's right. Oh, wait, no, it's only if it's different. That's right.
And one day, when Snow White had just gotten to the beginnings of being a full-grown woman, the queen realized that she was becoming more and more beautiful than the queen could ever be. So she hatched a plan with
Oh
the
yeah, that
huntsman.
queen, she's so evil. That's right too. She's just so evil. It just they and Jim starts just like sobbing in his ale. I miss mom and stuff. And then as that's happening and they're listening to you, all of a sudden your voice seems further and further away. And Lena, you notice everybody, including the dwarves, falls asleep at the table. Everybody, including the dwarves, they all fall asleep at the table. And you're the only one awake, and you're like,
what the hell
and you
just
hear
happened?
a voice behind you says, quick, come with me.
Who is there?
You turn and look,
Yeah.
and there's an amorphous figure. It's humanoid, kind of light a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's holding its hand out to you, and it looks frightened.
I can't leave my friends.
It's the only way you can save them.
Okay, what am I saving them from? I'm putting my hand out, but
It grabs your hand,
okay.
and next thing you know, you're looking out from inside a mirror, as best you can tell.
What?
Shit.
And next to you is the spirit going, please, you have to listen to me. And the room that you're looking out on is not one that you guys have seen before.
Okay.
It's a dark room with candles and torches around it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the center is a gold coffin, not a glass one. And it is open, and laying in it is a beautiful young woman with black hair and pale skin and very red lips who looks asleep. And that's where we're ending the game tonight.
Oh shit!
Okay.
I was like, that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell am I?
In the mirror.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
said
great.
someone was gonna have to be the prince.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, wait. If she's the evil one, I don't want to wake her up.
Who knows? This is
What if the
okay.
gr-
This is
what if
working
the
out a
green
little
man
different
is
than the
the
fairy
evil
tale
one?
you know.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I was
There was also a
trying.
different coffin. There's
Yeah.
two coffins
Yeah.
now. So.
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah.
Also, consent.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I have a loophole. It's just now I'm not with you, so I can't help you.
All right. Well, we'll see where you all wake up next week.
All right.
I
Okay.
guess.
Oh man.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
So-
get drugged in the Fae universe.
Wait, but I didn't. Why did
Yeah.
I not?
Because you didn't need any of the wolf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. I
But
thought
it
that was a
wasn't the
good
wolf
thing.
that
but-
was the
okay.
problem. No, the wolf wasn't the problem.
Okay.
You'll
I'll
have to figure
It's
that
just-
out.
yes.
You'll
I'll
figure
leave it
out.
to later. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
All right. Sorry,
Okay.
and I
Thank you,
interrupted
guys.
Ellie's amazing story, and I felt really bad about that because it was working out.
It
really
was an
cool.
amazing story. Yeah.
Well,
Thank
and
you.
you guys were
And-
going to learn some good
And the
stuff.
princess.
Ellie, you'd be very good at ASMR.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm always looking for new ways to make money. So
Yeah. Well,
Right.
I
There
can
you
just
go.
see that
I gave you an
the
idea.
voice is
Read-
going into the distance
Read
as
fairy
everything
tale.
goes
Read
black.
storybooks.
Just come over
Yeah.
and record.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
Just make sure that they're in the public domain.
Yeah. Which most fairy tales are.
Oh, totally. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I have a friend of mine who is a children's animator, like a children's book illustrator.
mhm.
And people, over COVID, actually, they were reading her books over YouTube. So for the
Aw.
kids, which is okay for a little bit, but
Mhm.
she's not getting paid. and no one is getting paid when they do this. And so it's just become, it's not public domain.
Right.
So unfortunately, she had to be the bad guy in a couple of scenarios, and it was not fun. So
Yeah.
Well, and it isn't when everybody feels like because you're creative, they have a right to what you're doing. And it's like, no, that's not how that works.
Same for
Just because
musicians.
I'm creative, exactly, and
Yep.
artists, actors, every writer, every creative person, they have to
voiceovers. Yes.
it. Yeah, because people just feel like they own it. That because you're creative and I'm not, I have a right to this, and that's not how that works.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to devolve the conversation, but
that's okay.
No worries.
Sorry,
all right, everybody,
that
come
was
join
like
us.
the best place for us to like leave a cliffhanger for next week. Yeah.
All right, everybody, come join us next week on Tuesday. We will hopefully not have technical difficulties then, and we'll be able to stay with the right time.
I get it fixed by then. Yeah. We all love you all. Good night.
So you wander and search and you dream and you talk. Look for the key that might someday unlock all the answers you need while there's time on the clock. Hope you survive till